Have you ever paused to consider that the very first moments after you open your eyes could hold the secret to unlocking decades of vibrant health or quietly hasten the decline of your body and mind? What if I told you that what you do within just 5 minutes after waking isn't just a routine but a powerful determinant of how long and how well you will live? It's not some mysterious elixir or complicated ritual, just small, deliberate actions you probably haven't given much thought to. Yet these are the actions that science now reveals could spell the difference between a future filled with vitality and one plagued by frailty, memory loss, and debilitating illness. The truth is shocking. Most people over 60 unknowingly start their days in ways that increase their risk of stroke, accelerate muscle loss, cloud mental clarity, and invite chronic joint pain. And this silent sabotage happens daily, in those early minutes when the body is most vulnerable and most ready to be nurtured. Imagine waking up every day and setting a foundation so strong that your body begins to resist the ravages of aging. Your mind stays sharp, your heart beats steadily. Your muscles hold their strength. This isn't just wishful thinking, it is a scientifically backed reality waiting for you to claim it. In this video, you're about to discover a simple 5-minute morning routine that doesn't require any pills, fancy gadgets, or expensive supplements. Instead, it relies on nature's own mechanisms and proven medical wisdom. This routine has been described by leading doctors and researchers as a golden formula for longevity, vitality, and mental sharpness after the age of 60. But here's the catch. Most people never learn about it, or they hear about it but dismiss it as too simple or irrelevant. Don't make that mistake. Because while the routine is easy to follow, the benefits are profound and life-changing. To make this more real, imagine a man named Harold, who, just a few years ago, was haunted by fears that his body was failing beyond repair. He was tired every morning, his joints ached unbearably, and his heart doctor's warnings were dire. Harold never imagined that a handful of small changes made in the very first minutes of his day could reverse his trajectory and gift him a health profile resembling someone decades younger. His story is a testament to the extraordinary power held in those 5 minutes, and it might be the wake-up call you need right now. This is more than a video, it's an invitation to rethink how you begin every day. To break free from unhelpful habits that silently steal your health. To join a growing community of people who are taking control of their aging process, not by chance but by choice. And I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from? What's your name? Drop a comment below and let's build a network of support, encouragement, and shared wisdom. Together, we can create a ripple effect that transforms not just individual lives, but entire families and communities. If you are ready to embrace practical, research-backed tips that you can apply immediately, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Your support motivates me to keep creating meaningful content that helps you live longer, stronger, and with more independence. Before we explore the 5 key steps, take a moment to reflect on this question. When you wake up tomorrow morning, will you continue your usual routine? Or will you choose to make these simple changes that could extend the quality of your life by years, maybe even decades? The choice you make in those first few minutes matters more than you might think. Now here's a quick question for you to think about and respond to in the comments. Which do you believe has a bigger impact on your health after 60? A. The medications or treatments you take during the day. B. The habits you build in the first 5 minutes after waking. Type A or B below, and let's see how many of you recognize the power of morning habits. I'm looking forward to your answers and starting this conversation with you. Harold's story is not just an inspiring tale. It is a profound example of how small, consistent changes can rewrite the narrative of aging. At 68 years old, Harold was a retired engineer living in Ohio, burdened by the unmistakable signs of decline that many fear as they grow older. His mornings were clouded by exhaustion, his joints protested with persistent pain, and the warnings from his doctor rang loud and clear, a stark reality check that his body was on a dangerous path. Harold confessed he had once resigned himself to a grim future, doubting he would live long enough to witness his grandchildren's milestones or enjoy the simple pleasures of life that others took for granted. He was trapped in a silent surrender, weighed down by uncertainty and physical discomfort. But everything changed when a retired physician who lived nearby shared with Harold a simple yet powerful 5-minute morning routine. At first, Harold's skepticism was palpable. After all, how could something so seemingly basic make a difference where medication and years of care had not? Yet, with little to lose and a hope that refused to fade, he decided to give it a try. That decision marked the beginning of a remarkable transformation. Within weeks, Harold noticed subtle but unmistakable shifts. The persistent fatigue that once defined his days began to lift, replaced by a gradual surge of energy and alertness. His joints, which had been a constant source of pain, started to ease, allowing him to move with greater freedom and confidence. Encouraged by these early signs, Harold committed himself to the routine daily, finding strength in the simplicity and consistency of the practice. 6 months later, Harold's annual checkup stunned not only him but also his medical team. Blood pressure readings had normalized, cholesterol levels improved, and his electrocardiogram showed heart function comparable to someone decades younger. His doctor marveled at the turnaround, attributing it not to any new medication but to Harold's disciplined adoption of the morning routine that awakened his body and mind each day. At 70, Harold felt like he had been given a second chance, a rebirth of vitality and health that many in his age group could only dream of. Harold's journey is a powerful reminder that aging is not an inevitable decline but a dynamic process we can influence. It underscores the idea that our bodies are incredibly responsive to the care and attention we give them, especially during critical moments like the start of the day. His story is a beacon of hope, showing that with the right habits, we can reclaim strength, independence, and mental clarity, regardless of the years behind us. What Harold discovered is accessible to all of us. A set of 5 small, manageable steps that, when practiced consistently, create a foundation for long-term health. These steps do not require hours of exercise, complex diets, or expensive treatments. Instead, they honor the natural rhythms and needs of the aging body, rehydrating it after sleep, activating circulation, providing essential nutrition at the right time, lubricating stiff joints, and stimulating the brain to maintain sharpness. His transformation also highlights a critical truth often overlooked in healthcare: the power of prevention through daily habits. While many older adults focus solely on treatments and medications after health issues arise, Harold's experience reveals that proactive care, especially in the simple act of starting the day mindfully, can prevent many common age-related ailments before they take hold. Moreover, Harold's story speaks to the emotional and psychological dimensions of aging. The renewed energy and improved physical condition brought a sense of empowerment and joy that radiated into every aspect of his life. No longer confined by pain or fatigue, he embraced activities with enthusiasm and connected more deeply with loved ones, enriching his quality of life far beyond the physical improvements. This journey from doubt and decline to strength and hope is a testament to the human spirit's resilience and the remarkable capacity of the body to heal when given the right tools. Harold's story is not unique, but it remains exceptional because it is rooted in everyday actions that anyone can take starting tomorrow morning. As you listen to Harold's experience, consider what it means for your own life. The potential for change is real, and it begins with a conscious choice to nurture your body and mind from the moment you wake. The 5-minute routine that saved Harold's health can become the foundation of your own transformation, a daily ritual that honors your body's wisdom and prepares you to live fully, with strength, clarity, and independence. Remember, it is never too late to start. Harold's story proves that with simple, intentional habits, you can rewrite your health story, rediscover your vitality, and embrace the best years of your life with confidence and grace. The morning is a sacred window, a brief yet powerful moment when the body and mind are uniquely receptive to renewal, repair, and preparation for the day ahead. Understanding this allows us to harness 5 essential elements that transform those early minutes into a foundation of lasting health and vitality. Each element works in harmony with the others, creating a holistic approach that nurtures the heart, muscles, joints, circulation, and brain. The first element, hydration, is deceptively simple but profoundly vital. Overnight, even if you don't feel thirsty, your body quietly loses significant amounts of water through breathing and sweat. This hidden dehydration thickens your blood, making the heart work harder and increasing the risk of cardiovascular events like strokes, especially in older adults. Drinking approximately 480 milliliters of room temperature water immediately upon waking replenishes this deficit. Adding a fresh squeeze of lemon enriches the water with natural electrolytes, vitamin C, and potassium. These nutrients gently relax blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and support the delicate balance of your cardiovascular system. The timing here is crucial. This hydration must occur within the first minute after waking, before coffee, tea, or food, setting the stage for improved circulation and organ function throughout the day. Once hydrated, the body needs to awaken its circulation. After hours of lying still, blood pools in the lower limbs, and oxygen delivery to the brain diminishes. This sluggish flow can cause dizziness, mental fog, and even dangerous blood clots. The second element, a 60-second movement sequence, is designed to jumpstart blood flow and oxygen delivery precisely when the body needs it most. Simple exercises like standing tall, raising and lowering the arms with deep, mindful breaths, rolling the shoulders backward and forward, and performing heel raises activate the natural pumping mechanisms of your muscles and blood vessels. This brief routine not only reduces stroke risk but also invigorates the mind, banishing the sluggishness that too often greets the morning. It is a gentle yet powerful gesture of awakening that prepares you to meet the day with clarity and energy. But physical readiness is incomplete without proper nourishment. The third element, often overlooked, is the strategic timing of protein intake. As the body rests overnight, it enters a phase where muscle breakdown accelerates, especially in those over 65. Without timely protein consumption within 30 minutes of waking, the body cannibalizes its own muscle tissue to fuel basic functions, leading to loss of strength, decreased mobility, and increased vulnerability to falls and illness. Consuming 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein shortly after waking acts as a powerful signal to halt this breakdown, preserving muscle mass and supporting immune function. Whether it's a whey protein shake, eggs, Greek yogurt, or plant-based alternatives like tofu or cottage cheese, the key is immediate, adequate protein to fuel recovery and strength. Yet strength and nourishment alone do not guarantee freedom of movement. The fourth element focuses on joint health, a critical but frequently neglected aspect of aging well. After a night of rest, the synovial fluid that lubricates joints thickens, causing stiffness and increasing friction during initial movements. Without proper mobilization, this can lead to chronic pain, decreased range of motion, and a higher risk of falls and injury. A 90-second sequence of gentle joint rotations and stretches ankle circles, knee rotations, side bends, torso twists, and shoulder rolls restores fluidity and flexibility. This ritual lubricates the joints, reduces discomfort, enhances balance, and equips the body to move safely and gracefully throughout the day. Finally, no morning routine is complete without attending to the mind. The fifth element, mental clarity exercise, addresses the brain's plasticity and resilience. Contrary to the misconception that cognitive decline is inevitable after 65, the brain remains highly adaptable, especially during the morning's golden window. Engaging in a brief exercise of mentally retracing the previous day in reverse order starting from the evening and moving backward stimulates the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. This essential protein nourishes neurons, strengthens memory circuits, and delays the onset of dementia. The exercise is simple but profound, cultivating focus, improving recall, and fostering a sharp, alert mind ready to engage with the world. Together, these 5 elements, hydration, circulation activation, timely protein intake, joint mobility, and cognitive stimulation compose a holistic blueprint for thriving in later life. They transform mere minutes into a powerful, life-affirming ritual. Incorporating these steps into your morning is not just about adding years to your life. It is about adding life to your years, more strength, clarity, independence, and joy. This routine honors the wisdom of your body and mind, nurturing each vital system in turn. It demands only consistency and intention, yet rewards you with resilience against the challenges of aging. It is an invitation to rise each day with purpose and care, knowing that the choices you make in those first 5 minutes will echo through every hour that follows. By embracing these 5 essential elements, you take control of your health destiny. You lay down a foundation that supports not just survival, but flourishing a life rich with energy, grace, and mental sharpness that defies the limitations too often accepted with age. This is the gift you give yourself each morning, a sacred commitment to live not merely longer, but better. The profound impact of a simple morning routine may seem surprising at first, yet decades of scientific research have steadily unveiled its undeniable power in safeguarding health and promoting longevity. This 5-step ritual, far from being a mere collection of good habits, is grounded in robust evidence that reveals how the body's systems respond to specific care when timed with precision. Cardiovascular health lies at the heart of aging gracefully, and the science behind hydration underscores this truth. Studies from institutions like Harvard University and the Cleveland Clinic have demonstrated that drinking water immediately upon waking dilutes blood viscosity, reduces arterial stiffness, and improves endothelial function, the lining of blood vessels critical to circulation. This simple act helps to prevent the early morning spike in blood pressure and reduces the likelihood of heart attacks and strokes, which are disproportionately common during this vulnerable period. Adding lemon provides vitamin C and potassium, nutrients shown to have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects that further protect vascular health. Circulation activation exercises are similarly validated by research from Johns Hopkins University and the Mayo Clinic. These brief movements reverse the blood pooling that occurs overnight, preventing the formation of clots and ensuring oxygen-rich blood reaches the brain and muscles. Enhanced cerebral blood flow not only lowers stroke risk, but also sharpens cognitive function, allowing the mind to awaken fully. Clinical studies emphasize that even short bursts of moderate physical activity in the morning can significantly improve endothelial function and vascular compliance, both essential for healthy aging. Muscle preservation, long a challenge in geriatrics, is illuminated by findings from the National Institute on Aging. Their research reveals that muscle protein synthesis is most responsive during the early morning hours, making timely protein intake critical. Seniors consuming adequate protein within 30 minutes of waking experience markedly reduced muscle loss over time, preserving strength and mobility essential for independent living. Protein sources rich in leucine and essential amino acids stimulate anabolic pathways that rebuild muscle, countering the catabolic processes accelerated by aging. Joint health, often overshadowed by other concerns, is equally critical. Orthopedic studies conducted at the Mayo Clinic revealed that the synovial fluid thickens overnight, causing stiffness and discomfort upon waking. Gentle mobilization exercises restore lubrication, decrease inflammation, and prevent microtrauma to cartilage that can lead to degenerative diseases such as osteoarthritis. Maintaining joint flexibility through targeted morning movement reduces fall risk, a major cause of morbidity in the elderly. Lastly, the brain's remarkable plasticity is supported by neuroscience breakthroughs from Stanford University's Brain Longevity Center. Cognitive stimulation during the morning's golden window increases levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, which fosters neuronal growth, synaptic plasticity, and memory consolidation. Engaging in mental exercises such as recalling the previous day in reverse activates networks responsible for episodic memory and executive function, delaying cognitive decline and the onset of dementia. These findings offer hope against the misconception that cognitive deterioration is inevitable. Together, these scientific validations illustrate how integrated care targeting hydration, circulation, nutrition, joint mobility, and mental stimulation can collectively fortify the aging body and mind. Rather than isolated interventions, the morning routine harnesses the synergistic effect of multiple systems working in concert, resulting in enhanced resilience against chronic diseases and functional decline. In essence, this routine embodies the principle that longevity is not merely the absence of illness, but the presence of vitality. It empowers individuals to reclaim control over their health trajectory through daily, evidence-based practices that nourish body and brain alike. By honoring the biological rhythms and needs of the aging organism, it shifts the paradigm from reactive treatment to proactive preservation. Embracing this scientifically validated routine offers more than physical benefits. It cultivates hope, confidence, and a renewed sense of purpose. It transforms the morning from a vulnerable moment into an empowering ritual that reverberates through the day and years ahead, lighting a path toward a life of strength, clarity, and independence. As we reach the end of this journey through the 5 essential elements of a transformative morning routine, it becomes clear that the choices we make in the quiet moments after waking hold extraordinary power. These minutes, often overlooked or rushed through, are in fact a sacred opportunity, a chance to set the tone for not just a day, but for years of vibrant living. This routine is more than a checklist. It is an embrace of life itself, a deliberate act of care that honors the intricate connections between body, mind, and spirit. By committing to hydration, circulation activation, timely protein intake, joint mobility, and mental clarity exercises, you are weaving a resilient fabric of health that supports independence, strength, and joy. Each step nourishes a critical system, yet together they create a symphony of wellness that transcends the sum of its parts. This harmony is the foundation of healthy aging, a promise that growing older does not mean surrendering vitality but rather cultivating it. The path to longevity and wellness is rarely dramatic or instant. It is found in these small, consistent actions repeated day after day, a testament to the profound truth that greatness often lives in simplicity. You do not need to overhaul your life overnight or chase elusive remedies. Instead, begin with intention, starting tomorrow morning. Allow yourself the gift of these 5 minutes, the gift of renewal, of strength, of clarity. And remember, you are not alone in this. Each step you take is part of a larger community of individuals committed to living fully and fiercely in their later years. Share your experiences, your challenges, and your victories. Inspire others by modeling what it means to honor oneself through mindful, purposeful action. Together, we can redefine what it means to age, shifting the narrative from decline to empowerment. So as you prepare to rest tonight, hold this knowledge close. Let it stir a quiet resolve within you to greet each morning with intention and care. When you open your eyes tomorrow, choose to begin with these 5 simple steps. Let your body and mind awaken with gratitude and strength, ready to embrace the day and all the possibilities it holds. If you found value in this guidance, I encourage you to like this video. Leave a comment sharing which element you plan to start with and subscribe to the channel. Your engagement fuels this mission to spread wellness and empowerment. Share this message with loved ones who deserve to live healthier, longer, and more joyful lives. The ripple effect of one person's choice can change many lives, including your own. The future you envision, a future of strength, clarity, and independence, is within your reach. It begins with the simple act of choosing health every morning. Let this be your moment of transformation.